These are the programs that run your life. These are the filters that are filtering out all the other information. Well, these are the programs that are content free. Hey guys, Matthew Tait from Fork in Road Coaching and Fork in Road YouTube channel, your channel for transformation. And today I am talking to you about meta programs. What are these meta programs of which I speak? So stay tuned and we'll jump in to see how one of these meta programs may affect you and your life. Jumping in now to meta programs. Meta program in this particular little piece is a little piece of one of the filters, and that is the filter or the language pattern of nominalisations, or more importantly, to use a more generic term, and that is turning a noun into a verb or a verb into a noun. What am I talking about? Well, imagine if you said that I am procrastinating, or I am suffering, I'm a procrastinator, or I'm stressing, or I'm stressed, right? And so if there's someone saying they're stressed, or someone says that they're suffering from depression, or suffering from anxiety, or self-doubt, or lack of confidence, whatever that might be, a very simple little meta program trick, without going into all of this, it's like a whole course in all of its own meta programs, but this is like a program that allows you to get above the problem and see the filter that's running the program. This is the filter that is running the show in this little piece. Now there's many of them, this is just one of them, and it's one of the little pieces that can really help you. Now this one's called Nominalisations, which is a fancy way of saying we're going to turn a noun into a verb or a verb into a noun. It's a bit deeper than that, but effectively that's one of the simple things we can do to shift. And so what a nominalisation is where we take a word and we turn it into a thing that's attacking us, as opposed to a thing we're doing. And when you think about that, well, if it's a thing that you're doing, well, then you can do something about it. But if it's just something that's happening from the outside, you're like a victim to it. So this is a way of turning yourself from cause or effect to cause, or from victim to empowered, or from it's happening to me to I'm making it happen. And you can do something about it when you become empowered. That's what this video is about. And so this little trick I got from Barry Neal's website and YouTube channel. Thank you, Barry Neal. Fantastic content. And I applied it and researched it, and I've been using it with clients, and it works. And so this is why I'm sharing this particular one. Now, nominalisation in this situation, it's where you take a thing and you make it into something that's attacking you. Well, instead, we can turn it into something that you're doing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that, and let's say, I think I've used in one of my ebook, I used that I am stuck, right? Now, I am stuck, the thing that you might be stuck about is procrastination. I'm suffering from procrastination. Okay, there's a verb. Sorry, there's a noun. Now, the rule of thumb is if you can't put it into a wheelbarrow, I can put an orange into a wheelbarrow, I can put a shovel into a wheelbarrow, I can put a car tire into a wheelbarrow, but I can't put procrastination into a wheelbarrow. So because we can't do that, that means we can play with the word, right? And so let's play with this noun and let's turn it into a verb where you're doing something. Now what we do here is we turn it into a verb by going, I suffer from procrastination, to procrastinating. Now that turns it into a doing word and not a thing that's attacking you. And so what we do here is we take this thing that's attacking you and we say, right, we turn it into a thing that you're doing, and then we can flip it. Once you turn it into an action, you can flip it. So let's have a look about that, right? So you've got procrastination becomes procrastinating. Here's the question you would ask yourself, you would ask your husband, you'd ask your wife, you'd ask your kids, you'd ask your employees, you might even ask your boss. And that is, how are you procrastinating now? Now what that does is it opens the door to someone to say, well, I'm procrastinating. You get some detail because there's too much deleted, there's too much distorted, and there's too much generalized. And we want to stop that. We want to get under the surface. Meta programs, they help you get very, very specific. And this all came from a lady named Virginia Satir, who was a family therapist in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And this family therapist, Virginia Satir, is who NLP modeled. And because she was very good at getting under the generalizations. And that's what we're doing here. We're getting under the deletions. And a nominalization has some deletion inside of it. And that is because we're not giving all the information here. There's stuff missing. Remember, we delete, we distort, and we generalize. And that's what the meta program gets underneath. Super powerful. So, how are you procrastinating now? How is that useful? Well, what we're doing is we say, how are you procrastinating now? If I was talking to a coaching client, or you could do it with your kids, how are you procrastinating now? And they'd give you whatever answer they're giving you. And then you simply say, okay, what do you want instead? Well, I don't want to be procrastinating. Okay, double negative. Let's aim for the positive. What do you want instead in a positive? Stating it positively. Well, I want to be in action. I want to be moving forward. I want to be taking the steps and not holding myself back. Excellent. So what do you think specifically, meta program words, specifically, is holding you back? Well, because I don't believe in myself. I don't have the confidence. So you can see how this starts to get into some more logical conversations. Well, do you have the skill to do it? Well, no, I don't. Oh, you don't have the skill to do it. Maybe you need to go and learn the skill. Or you might get into, do I have, is there something going on in your belief system? Is there something going on in your values? Maybe you don't actually value that thing you're not doing. Maybe you're doing it because someone else told you to, and it's not your thing. Or maybe there's something going on in your ecology. What is it? Maybe you've got kids and you haven't got time to do the thing, and that's why you're procrastinating, because you know you need a 2-hour time span to do it, and you don't get more than 10 minutes. This is one of the things many of my clients can suffer from, because the kids take up all the excess time, right? And that's normal, because that's family life. But if there's something you need to do that needs private time, we need to squirrel away a little bit of time. So what I look for is, all right, so you were doing procrastination, and you can do a micro action that you haven't done that you know you can do, just one small thing. Now, there might be something deeper going on, like you're afraid of missing out. You're afraid of starting and then being disrupted again. How could you build something small enough into your world, into your ecology, that you could do, where there is a 10-minute window and there's a one little thing you can do to build the building blocks of that thing you want to do? I don't know, maybe it's trying to learn how to play the guitar. I don't know, maybe you're trying to build a business. Maybe you're trying to do some marketing, or there's some part of what you're doing in sport, maybe. Maybe you're trying to learn how to paint. I don't know what it is, but there's something you're procrastinating about. And you can see how the meta program and the meta model, by picking up where someone's turned a noun or a verb into a noun. And you can change that noun back to a verb and then flip it to what they want instead. It's powerful and it's very simple. And it gets us, as you can see, this conversation's got under the surface already as to what the procrastination might be about. We get to explore ecology. We get to explore their values, what's important to them. Like, do they even want to do this thing? We get to explore their beliefs. Maybe they don't believe they can do it. Maybe they don't believe they're smart enough, which is a deeper structure. Maybe something in their identity is saying, I'm not good enough. Well, we've got to sort that out. Or maybe it's just a skill thing, and that's fair enough. I mean, you asked me to fly a plane, be nervous because I don't know how to. And I'm okay with that. And maybe it's the habits and behaviors, which are more measures, right? I don't care what you're doing, it's just a measure, right? If you've got a goal, but your habits are over here, you need to get your habits over towards the goal. Or maybe it's the environments you find yourself in. Remember, unconsciously, we will gravitate to the 5 people in our world, no matter what. And if all 5 people are down at the pub, you're going to become that. If we're all 5, having a drinks and at the bar having drinks, great, awesome. That's what you want. But if it's not what you want, you need to find the people who do have what you want. Or maybe you're gravitating to people who are all sports people, but you want to be in politics. I don't know. Just you need to be around the people that are doing your thing, because our unconscious mind knows that if we're in a herd and we're kicked out of the herd, that we will die. That's the unconscious mind's belief. It comes from the ancient times that if you were kicked out of the herd, human beings are not at the top of the food chain when one by themselves. But when they're in a group of 150, they are at the top of the food chain. And so when you realize that a group of people are the most powerful thing on earth, you don't want to be out of it. And if you've got a group of friends that can hold you back because you are in the wrong group for what you're trying to do, that's something you need to be aware of. You don't have to kick them out, but you do need to find and spend time with the people that are doing the thing you want to do. Now, we started this with a conversation about nominalizations, and we've ended out having to find all new friends. What the hell happened? You can see how it's quite a journey. Now, you don't have to get rid of your friends. Of course not. The main point being is whatever you're trying to do in life, that procrastination's coming from somewhere. It could be your environment. It could be your habits. It could be your skills. It could be your beliefs. It could be your values, right? This nominalization of I suffer from procrastination, you can change to I am procrastinating, which is something you can do about. You can do something about. You can shift procrastination to procrastinating to I am going into action. Going into action. You can see we can flip it and explore what's really holding you back. Meta programs and the meta model, an amazing tool from NLP that can help you uncover where to do the work, where to move yourself forward, and to live a better life. This is Matt Tait from Fork in Road Coaching. I hope you enjoyed me here at the Tallabudgera Creek entry to the Pacific Ocean here in Queensland, Australia. I'll see you in the next video. As always, like and subscribe to the channel if you want to get these videos for free on a regular basis as I release them. Meta programs and the meta model with nominalizations. Turn a noun into a verb and you can change your life. See you next time.